Here's the
Loosey Goosey chime time.
Here we are.
Thanks to Mark Panopoulos for that. We still love using that name, Mark, so we're going to keep using it.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Loosey Goosey show. This week we are on location at Tommy's in Acton. Yeah, where they were filming a movie yesterday.
Yeah, they were. That's a beautiful stage behind us.
Yeah. It's a nice size stage too. It's got a lot of room for the players. We're so stoked to be here tonight. We got Crazy Chester here tonight. Big Daddy Russ Horton. I'm Lee Lakin, Leah Lywood on the scene with us today, and like I say, we are at Tommy's Bar and Grill, or Grill and Bar, however you want to call it, 28 Mill Street East. You can give them a call at 519-929-9287. They're doing takeout, delivery, eat-in, live music, and now a filming location.
Now they're filming movies.
There's a horror movie of some kind.
Is it?
Yeah.
Horror
It's not with Jane Fonda though.
And you guys weren't starring anywhere in the
No, we weren't ugly enough. So
we could practice that.
We could practice that. But it's becoming a great spot here in Acton for live music.
It's always been here.
Yeah, it's always been here, but we're trying to bring some live music back to Acton, and this is a great location for it. It's got a great stage. Like I say, tonight, 7:30, we have Peter Yake warming up for Crazy Chester. Crazy Chester will be on about 8:30 till 10:30. And a fun night of great live music and a beautiful day. And
it's now COVID has taken a back seat. It's nice to see everybody out.
Yeah.
I saw Mary here. I haven't seen her in years.
Right.
She's been.
She gave you the biggest hug, man.
Yeah, she's just a wonderful lady.
Yeah.
And all the crew that hang around here.
Her and her friends are huge supporters. They're here every weekend supporting bands that are here, whether they're
they're music lovers.
They're huge music lovers, and again, like you say, people getting out and being able to see live music once again is it's dynamite. So
we're brought to you by Max Tire, of course, as well, at 61 Guelph Street. And if you need tires, then Sean and the boys have the lowest prices, not only on tires, but they have licensed mechanics. And Fred's Towing is looking for drivers. Easy Taxi are looking for drivers.
God, are we ever?
But I'll tell you one thing. If you're looking for a job right now, you shouldn't really have a hard time.
No, we've been saying that for a while, and
companies are having a hard time getting people to work.
Yeah, getting people to leave their house again.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's all right sitting on the couch watching Cheers reruns with your remote
for so long,
but it's time to get out, get back to work, do some things that you couldn't do with COVID, like being locked in all the time, and it's just I'm just so happy that this town and every other town across Canada has got the live music back into their lives, the restaurants, the hanging around with their friends.
It's funny, even the response we've had about doing the show tonight here, online and stuff, has been absolutely outstanding. Everybody's dying to get out and see people. So,
and the same thing happens in Georgetown too with the establishments down there.
Yeah.
But we're up here promoting the wonderful
Tommy's.
And it used to be the Leathertown at one time.
Yeah, Leathertown Tavern for the longest
back
time.
in the day.
It was Manny's at one point.
And it's certainly seen some history, this building.
Absolutely.
And the lovely patio out the back there that people can enjoy. So they can enjoy the best of both worlds. And I must admit, with the cross, they don't have air in here. I think it's more of just a breeze that comes through.
Yeah.
Very pleasant.
Much.
I just feel that air coming in. Now, I guess
it's going to be nice tonight on stage. I'll tell you that. So
some of the big stories that are happening around Halton Hills this week. The town of Halton Hills has extended its Acton shuttle service to Oakville Trafalgar Hospital.
Right.
About time they did that.
Absolutely. Because
they've been doing it for a while, but it's the link between Halton Hills and our other communities in Halton is disgusting.
It is, yeah.
And we have no go buses that go from Georgetown to Milton
or Acton to Milton.
Any connection there? Do you know how many people work in Milton that live in Georgetown that don't have a way to get there?
Yep.
So Acton, maybe Milton would be a good, just to the GO station in the morning, so these guys can get to work.
Yeah, even that.
And Oakville Hospital's fine. The town.
But a lot more people are going to Oakville Hospital now just for tests and stuff because they have the facilities down there.
Well, it's the center of the universe for hospitals in Halton is Oakville.
Exactly.
Georgetown is good. Don't get me wrong, but when you start to get into specialists and this and that, our people have to get to Oakville. And, you know, taking a cab is one thing, but there's so many people that have to go that way. And it was 33 weeks, I think they approved it for, and now they've extended it. So people that are now, what are the times? Monday and Friday for registered active man users, they can reserve a spot on one of 3 shuttles at 8:30 a.m., 11 a.m., and 3 p.m. It only costs you $4 to go to Oakville.
That's dynamite. Man, I gotta start using that.
Yeah, I know. Well, you go down for tests sometimes.
Just to drive.
Yeah, you know, but between all my health issues, I'm back and forth to Oakville Hospital, not on a regular basis, but enough that I might actually take advantage of that. Really.
Well, for $4, you're not going to get that with the price of gas. That won't get you to the end of the street.
That's 2 liters of fuel right now, so you know it's not going to get you far. And following up in some Halton news, a little bit of a scary story. Halton Regional Police are investigating a break-in that occurred at a home in Halton Hills on June 13th. At some point during the day, someone entered the home on 4th Line, Nassagaweya, just north of 25 Side Road, stole a laptop, a few other items, police said. Officers noted there were no signs of forced entry and speculate that the door may have been left unlocked, which is a fairly common thing in this area.
If you think about it, when people are going to break in, they're not going to break in town because there's too many people around them.
Yeah.
If they're going to do it, they'll do it out in the country where there's nobody, you know, they'll check first.
And a lot of those people are going to leave their door unlocked because they just live in the country.
Live in the country.
You know,
exactly.
Who's going to come away out here and, you know, and walk into my home and that type of thing. And that's a scary thing, though, is, you know, what if somebody was home at the time?
Yeah.
You know, it's, so people, you know what, I hate to say, it might be time to be locking the doors when you're not used to it.
You should always lock your doors.
I tend to agree with that. Like, even when I'm going to Sobeys, I still lock my door. Now, my door is right by the sidewalk, so it's easy access for people. But, I remember growing up here, though. I lived over by Prospect Park, and we never locked our door. I never took a key to school.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, I agree.
And you have to remember that times have changed. Some people have become desperate with the situation with money and COVID and
being out of work
and having bills to pay and not having the money to pay it. So the incentive for theft is up, I would imagine.
That's a good way of putting it.
People are desperate. Some of them are desperate. I mean, when it costs you $100 to gas up a little car. You know what I mean? Like yours, for instance.
Yeah, my $80 for a little tiny car.
For what used to...
It's double. It's like $120.
It's almost double, pretty close to double what we were paying before. And now with the gas prices coming down again, guess what? It's time to have a party, folks. It's $2 a liter.
Yeah.
Go stick it up your ass. You know what I mean? Like, who's making money from all this? It's because I'll tell you one thing: if it goes up much further, there's going to be a serious problem.
Well, there's that issue too, and everybody goes, it's because of the war in Ukraine. Never has in this country have we ever bought an oil from Russia. Never. We have never bought an oil from Russia.
We might sell it to Russia and buy it back.
So, well, no, but we've never done that either. We've done it with the States and we've done it with a few other European countries, but we've never done it with Russia. We've never had oil dispensaries back and forth, nothing. So the war in Ukraine has nothing to do with our fuel prices. It's the 35% carbon tax we have on our fuel.
Did you mention there's a province in Canada that...
Alberta right now is paying $1.37 because they have no carbon tax.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
$1.37
$1.37 a liter.
Now it's almost worth driving to Edson, Alberta and fill it up and coming back home.
Almost.
But the problem is the media doesn't tell people this stuff, and this is what frustrates me, is that we produce enough oil in this country to supply our country. So we should not be paying these prices.
Many times over.
Many times over.
You look at the size of Canada.
Our federal government closed all our refineries here in Canada, so now we have to ship it out to get it refined and then buy it back. This is the most idiotic thing I have ever heard of, on top of selling Petrocan in the 407.
And Leah and I were talking on the way up here in the car about the fact that our local gas stations here in Hills to be online with prices now. Last week they were all over the place. Now they're all about the. They must be.
I watched Petro-Canada while I was waiting at the lights, actually changing the price down.
Right.
What is it down to there now?
Husky, Petro, I think Canadian Tire, right along, they were all exactly $199.99.
Yeah.
And it,
Hell
like
of a
I said,
deal,
it was just
folks.
changing in one, right?
Yeah, hell of a deal.
Hell of a deal.
Oh, yeah.
For just
Because it was
$199.99, they'll
$2.12.
give you a liter of gasoline. I can get. Can I get a beer for that? A liter of beer.
You can get a mouthful.
Mouthful. But you know,
Well,
it's
at the
ridiculous.
beer store, you can buy more than a liter of beer for the same price.
That's absolutely insane. And you know, I mean, the fact that it has gone up so quickly and so much has pissed everybody off.
Well, that's it. You do it as a slow, gradual thing. A lot of people don't notice, but you go from, we were down under $1 not long ago, and then boom, and everybody thinks it's because of the Ukraine thing. No, it's because Trudeau put another 15% carbon tax on everything. So people, remember election time. Stop making stupid decisions.
You said that the last 4 times, and nothing happened.
It doesn't seem to work. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just beating a dead horse here.
We got another. We have
Lottery
another
winner.
lottery winner
I
in
know.
Georgetown. John Kuhn has won Encore, and Johnny matched the last 6 of 11 Encore numbers, an exact number in the May 6, 2022 Lotto Max draw. He won $100,000. Congratulations, buddy, John Kuhn, whose friends are all coming out of the woodwork now, saying, "I've missed you so much over the last 20 years, Johnny."
When's the party?
Yes, when's the party? But
No,
congratulations, buddy.
That's congratulations to John, and it's always good to hear people winning money.
He's been playing every day for the last 20 years, so he deserves it.
This is it. Is how much has he spent?
Yeah.
Has he spent $100,000 in the last 20
But you know
years?
what? He's still going to buy one every week.
I guarantee you
Of
now,
course
even
he
more
is.
so now.
Yeah, because that's what he does, right?
Yeah.
But I think $100,000 is a good payoff, and now he can settle down with his family and enjoy life. And regular
Pay off
lottery
a few
player for the
bills.
last 20 years, pay some bills,
So now
buy
he's just
some
getting
gas.
his money back now.
Yeah, that's what I
Can
say,
actually
right?
afford a whole tank full of gas.
Gas
matter
now,
of
that's
fact.
right.
The old
just
deed
about.
was his savings account.
Yeah, you might get some change from $100,000 out of that. And anyway, congratulations
John
to
Kuhn.
John Kuhn.
That's
who
awesome.
was $100,000 richer.
Some good news for
Georgetown.
you,
Yeah, it's nice to have some good news for a change. And of course, what's going on with
Well,
all this-
housing, housing's becoming an issue here in the Halton area, not just Halton Hills, but the Halton area in general. We're seeing increases everywhere. The Halton Regional Council is going to invest up to $1 million in transitional housing to help displaced Ukrainians beginning new lives here. Council voted unanimously during the Wednesday, June 15th meeting to approve the funding, which staff will expect to provide for about 50 Ukrainian households with much needed housing for up to 12 months or until the program's end date of August 31st, 2023, which isn't that far off. Regional staff said the Halton Multicultural Council has been selected to administer the program, which is great.
It's
trying
nice
to help
be
out.
able to help.
Especially in the Ukrainian stuff, I know people get on about government bringing in refugees and yada yada yada. Well, this isn't a refugee
This is a very
situation.
special case.
This is a very special situation. This country's being decimated. All these young children and families being displaced, and it's so many levels of wrong. And Putin, you'll get your day.
Oh, he will.
You'll get your day.
People are saying now that he has cancer or something,
I heard something about that.
and that he's not playing with a full deck, like up here,
Yeah.
which is scary.
Which is normal if anybody who's got brain cancer, that tends to be, they start to lead down like almost that Alzheimer-ish kind of road.
Have you noticed when he's doing interviews that he's twitching a lot, or he's holding himself down or something, or he doesn't look comfortable?
Anything to do with the brain, though, typically, I know with other types of illnesses, you become more aggressive.
Oh God, yeah.
That's if
Oh, yeah.
if indeed that is happening with him.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Maybe he's just off his meds.
Maybe he's off his meds, and that can be fun, but it can also be
Hurtful.
hurtful. And nothing is more important than getting that situation in the Ukraine resolved
yeah.
and getting people back to normal and pulling the Russians out and when is this all going to end? You have to wonder.
I know.
You know?
Like, and just sense the deaths that are going on over there, young men fighting for their country and getting killed on both sides. And we've seen interviews of people, you know, even soldiers on the Russian side going, we don't know why we're doing this.
Well, you know, I mean, on both sides. You got
Yeah.
kids in the Russian army who don't, they're just doing what they're told to do. How are you going to tell, you know, your government tells you to go to war, you go to war.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, you know, I mean, the fact that, but it's on both sides, of course. Both sides.
Absolutely.
They're having problems in recent weeks, the Ukrainians, with holding back the Russians. They've lost a couple of towns to the Russians in that area. So geographically, it would be, there's Mary. Mary, come and say hello, Mary. This is
you're
Mary.
on camera.
Yeah, you're on camera right here. Oh, she's scared now. She's just,
Linda?
huh? I know, I'm just kidding with her. I know it's Linda. Mary.
I love her.
Isn't Linda the
I
best?
think you're very right. That's good.
And he knows. He used to drive me home when I'm best from here. I wouldn't hesitate, Joe, when I think of it.
You gotta love Acton.
I love it. I hope to see you again.
I love calling her the wrong name because it gets her all.
I figured from what you're saying, you will.
Linda is an icon in downtown Acton.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. And a
everybody
huge
knows her.
supporter of live music. We love seeing her out here. She gets up and dances every time.
Of course, of course. All right, so what's going on with...
I've got a new healthcare, Halton Healthcare.
Halton Healthcare has appointed a new chief operating officer at the Georgetown Hospital, Monica Bettazzoni, who has been with Halton Healthcare for 10 years, will also be the director of the Georgetown Hospital Family Practice Program. So
Excellent.
congratulations to her.
Yeah.
And are you off now, sweetheart? You be a good girl now tonight. Behave yourself. She's coming back to see Crazy Chester. Of course she is.
Absolutely. She loves
Goodbye,
Crazy.
Linda.
She loves Crazy Chester.
When I call her Mary, it gets her all upset.
Yeah.
She says, "You've known me for 25 years. You can't remember my fake name?" Mary and Linda. The story of Mary and Linda. And what's the name of the lady that takes care of this place?
Kathy.
Kathy
does a great job here.
You're telling me when it's really bopping in here, she's...
We were here a few weeks ago, and this place was jammed. I mean, every table, every seat full, even people out on the patio, and she kept everybody going. It was impressive to watch, very impressive to watch. So, Kathy, great job.
So, congratulations, Georgetown Hospital. You have a new chief operating officer. And, we'll see what happens with that, I guess. Now, of course, the mandate for the masks is still on in Halton Hospitals.
In hospitals, yeah. So please be aware of that.
You have to, and then that's only understandable that when you're going inside a doctor's office too.
Even if I'm going for a doctor's appointment or whatever,
you're going around seeing people.
That's what the buildings are there for, right?
If you're going to the drugstore, I don't know, drugstore is kind of iffy, but grocery stores, malls, I'm starting to loosen up a bit with that stuff.
Yeah. I did go into No Frills the other day, and that was partly just I forgot. I just got up, got out of the car, walked into No Frills, and saw a few people with masks, and I went, the heck
There's
with
a
that.
certain time.
I don't wear them there.
There's a certain time where you got to say enough is enough.
Pretty much.
But the hospitals, you have to wear your mask, and that's understandable.
Now, this next story, we've been talking about this for a little while now, the last few weeks, and it seems to be getting even more and more. And Toronto's been talking about it as well. Halton police are warning residents about the increase in carjackings across the GTA, as well as here in Halton. As of June 7th, media release, police said people involved in carjackings targeting high-end vehicles and noted that residents should be aware of their surroundings while entering and exiting their vehicles and even while driving. Well, you should be anyway because you're driving. Constable Steve Elms noted that in 2021 there were just 3 carjackings in Halton, and now we've seen at least triple that. At least triple that.
Especially in Oakville is the big spot.
Oakville seems to be the hot spot because, again, you got those high-end vehicles there, right? The guys driving Range Rovers and all those high-end things, the Lexuses, and, well, that's what the guys are after. Yeah. That's what they want, right?
So, did you know when they put in that mall down at Steeles and...
The outlet mall there.
The outlet mall. Did you know that they had all these other plans for that area?
No.
Because we're finding out now that there's going to be big changes.
It makes sense. Why would they put a big mall out in the middle of nowhere unless they were going to?
And apparently, Gilbach Incorporated, they've submitted an application to build an entertainment and hospitality complex across the street from the Toronto Premium Outlet. And the property is located on the northeast corner of Steeles and 8th Line, currently vacant. Gilbach is looking to build a water park.
Whoa.
A hotel up to 8 stories, convention center, restaurants, a spa, and a flying theater. What the hell is a flying theater?
I guess you get in and fly around.
We'll find out, I guess. But big plans. Yes. Get the papers ready.
Yeah.
But so that's flying. I'm trying to figure out what the hell that is. But it sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, flying theater. I've never heard of that.
But the water park, I mean, that'd be awesome.
Well, that would be huge, you know. Like it's like even when you take a look at the one at Dominion Gardens and the one they have at Prospect Park here in the summertime, those are hopping places, man. Those are hopping places. It's busy.
And not just for the little kids either.
Yeah.
Some of the seniors go there.
Oh,
just
God,
to
yeah.
Roll their pants up and
I love
do a
taking
bit
the
of wading
I take the
and-
grandkids every chance I can get just to cool down, right? It feels so good.
Well, the
So
splash pad is great in both towns.
yeah.
Excellent.
There's a cool film going on here as we're talking. You know, we're still in June. We're in Indigenous Month here in the Halton region, pretty much across Canada, I would think. Anyway, they've got some free tickets for the Indigenous film series at the Jet. Don't miss Run Woman Run on June 23rd. Then join us again to see From Wisconsin with Love and Stories from the Land Back to Camp on June 30th. You can visit the Halton Hills website at haltonhills.ca/Indigenous Month History for film details. And it sounds like a pretty cool little thing they've got going on at the John Elliott Theater. And
Well, they always do it up, and the Jet's a fantastic facility.
it is a great facility,
with
you
great
know. and
people running it.
But celebrating Indigenous Month, this could be a fun thing for somebody to get out and educate themselves a little bit.
When you start looking into Native history, it's very interesting.
Absolutely.
Especially when you look at your own local area, because the whole country is Indigenous.
Exactly.
Our area here, if you start digging for things, you can find so much. Glen Williams especially.
Yeah.
That area there was a big Native area. And look at the names we have here. Nasagaweya. Squeezing.
Squeezing.
They're all Native names. Is the Squeezing a Native name?
Yeah.
I think it probably is.
Yeah.
Everything is native. Mississauga is even native.
Native, right there.
A meeting of two rivers, isn't
Yeah.
it, or something?
Yeah.
We have
Toronto's
to.
native.
Of course.
Toronto's a native name. It was named Toronto before Toronto was Toronto.
Canada is
Yeah.
a native name.
And like I said, as we celebrate Indigenous Month, go check it out. I think it'll be very educational.
Have you ever been to a powwow?
Yes, I have.
Oh, absolutely amazing.
Oh God, yeah. The energy from that is insane.
Just to watch them perform.
Yeah.
And the wonderful crafts that they sell there. I've been to 4 or 5 of them. I spent the entire afternoon just wandering around with my mouth open.
Yeah.
The music is just tremendous.
Everything. There's nothing about it that isn't
The
beautiful.
crafts, it's just, we're so proud of our native heritage here in Canada, and that's what we're all about.
Absolutely.
That's where our foundation is built, and of course it is Indigenous Month in Halton Hills and across Canada, whole months. The entire
Once
month.
again, want to remind people we're on location at Tommy's Bar and Grill, downtown Toronto, the old Leathertown Tavern. And they're at 28 Mill Street. You can give them a call at 519-929-9287. Say hi to Kathy and order some food, or you can eat in and have a beer, or you can stay on a Friday or Saturday night and watch some live music.
I'm going to get a job here because if that tip jar even gets a quarter full, I want a part of it.
That's for the band. That's for the band.
That's great.
Well,
See
I
the
can
size of the
pretend.
tip
Yeah.
The tip jar is actually a garbage can, folks.
Yeah, our good friend Harry Rudolph, he does a jam here once a month, and that's kind of the joke, is the tip jar needs to get filled up. So
Oh yeah, we're going to start filling it up, and that's now become our tip jar. So if you'd like to wander over some of the customers here and maybe drop something in the big
Absolutely.
buckets,
We would love that.
Leah and I have to get some gas.
Yeah.
And so does Leah.
Leah too.
Fact.
She's coming the farthest, so.
You know, the Acton and Georgetown, the Halton Hills Library System, they really take care of us and keep our minds working with different things that they put on. And at the moment, you can drop into the Acton branch of the library, meet our special summer guest. You know who that is?
Snake?
That's a snake, a sensational slithery snake. You can come and pet and hold the snake or just say hello anytime between 2 and 4 p.m. every Wednesday afternoon, starting June the 29th. Among many other things going on at the library, there's so many things going on, but if you want to go see a snake, you can.
It's very cool. I took my kids once to a little reptile farm out in Picton, out towards Belleville, and they were terrified at first, obviously, and then boom! Once they touched the snake, it was they had it all wrapped around them, and they loved it. They just and I thought it was really cool. So
Leah's not into snakes.
It's amazing how.
Do you like spiders? Spiders.
I've gotten over the spider thing. Many years though, it was after paranormal investigating and being in abandoned houses in the basements, and they're all falling down on you. You kind of started to go.
Snakes don't bug me.
Don't bug me at all.
Spiders,
no.
I'll run away.
I have owned many reptiles in my life, but they have to have legs.
Yeah.
Snakes never bugged me at all. It doesn't bother me one bit.
Look at what snakes save on pants. They don't have to buy any pants.
No, they actually shed them off.
That's right, they shed them off.
You know.
But if you want to meet a snake, then it doesn't even say what kind of snake it is, but I'm sure it's a non-venomous snake. But if they want you to pet it, it's obviously otherwise.
I did want to mention this as we are coming up to Father's Day this coming Sunday. The jam at my house will be postponed. It is Father's Day. A lot of the musicians are men, so they're going to be with their families and whatnot. So I just wanted to get that out there that Sunday the jam at Lee's Garage will be on hold, as myself being a father as well. I have family plans. So.
Well, you're a busy family.
Yeah, got my kids and all that stuff to deal with. So this week we will be avoiding the jam at Lee's Garage, and I still got to go take the tent down too. But this Father's Day, there's lots of stuff to go on. They're proud to host the Bennett Village First Annual Classic Car Show, Cruising for Care fundraiser. All proceeds benefit the well-being of residents as they care to celebrate another year of health. The event will feature over 200 classic cars, a great retro music supplied by Mike of MJF Collectors Car Appraisals. They got 50-50 draws, raffles, 2 surprise food trucks. 2 surprise food trucks. So they're asking you to stay tuned, and that's Sunday. That'll be going on. And did they say where it is?
Is it Cedarville, isn't it? It doesn't say where it is.
Yeah, it doesn't say where it is.
Well, Bennett Village First Annual Classic Car Show. Google it. I think it's at it's one of the parks.
It's got to be at Cedarville.
That's my fault. I didn't put the location. That's one of the first things you learn in journalism is who, what, when, where, why.
Yeah.
And I forgot the where. But look out for that. I would imagine it would have to be in a big spot.
200 cars, show. Yeah.
But there you go. You can look it up while I'm doing this. Lastly, not lastly, we've got a few things to talk about, but both Acton and Georgetown farmers markets, we'd like to remind you, are on every Thursday from 4 to 8, right over here, down the street from Pete's Barbershop. We have the Acton, and of course, the Acton farmers market also includes food, all kinds of beer
as well,
and don't forget the Georgetown Farmers Market every Saturday morning in beautiful downtown Georgetown. And don't forget, we have the mayor's message linked up. Do we have the mayor linked up on Facebook? I can do that later tonight. The mayor's message is on.
I do what I get from them, but
so they haven't sent you anything on the mayor because he did publish it. So I'll link that up tonight. Put that on. And of course, just go to the town website.
Something I think came through
my
earlier,
Facebook has just been a nightmare.
Yeah.
My Facebook isn't working.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Well, figure it out. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, it's Georgetown. It's in Georgetown.
No, it's not opening, so no, it is hard.
Yeah. Sorry, something went wrong, Lee. with your
Facebook, a bunch of
I'll try
fucking
and remember,
garbage. I hate
we'll put it up
Facebook.
when I put the video up, I'll see if I can get a link to attach to it.
At least to see where you have to go to see these gorgeous 200 classic cars. And I'm proud to say that Halton Hills Online has been asked again to come back for the 3rd or 4th annual at the Legion Car Show. We're going to be there broadcasting tunes and handing out all kinds of awards. The last year I was there, the year before COVID, we had 281 cars.
Yeah.
It was huge.
When's this?
It's last weekend in August. So yeah, looking forward to that. Plus we got Leathertown Festival coming up. Got so much cool events coming up.
Yeah, we got the radio reunion coming up. We don't know where we're going to have that yet, but we're working on that. So a lot of things happening, and the radio, of course, is Halton Hills Online Community Radio Station. I do the morning show from 6 to 10. We have Leah Lywood from 10 to 2 playing all the tunes. George Harrison, she gets a lot of George Harrison.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And of course, you're on in the afternoon. We have Moose Tracks, the best of Canadians, 7 to 8.
Then the Gatekeeper.
And the Gatekeeper on every night. The weekends, we have Bill Smith with his music blog on. Commercial free Saturday and Sunday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we have country in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday, 4 hours of laid back country tunes, new and old, and the oldies in the morning, and from 6 until noon. We have the very old oldies for the seniors from 6 to 9 every Saturday and Sunday morning, where we play Elvis, Buddy Holly, Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, all the old tunes, all the old jingles.
All the original rock and roll.
Yes, the original rock and roll.
Original rock and roll.
And
And some of the
course,
stuff Crazy Chester does too.
Yes, and emulating the songs that FM 108, its sister station, plays.
Yeah.
We have 2 national radio stations, of course, FM 108 and Radio GTA. And we're all very active, and we're, music is what we're all about. And you listen to commercial radio today, and you have 10 to 15 to 20 minutes of commercials an hour. You don't get that on our station. We got about 6 or 7 songs in a row. You'll get the weather. You'll need everything you need to know is there.
Yeah.
But we don't go on and on and on.
Well, that's it, right?
And we don't play a lot of commercials.
Yeah. No. And I was reading an article the other day, actually, after you and I were off air talking a little bit about, I think it was last week when we were talking about it, about the whole debacle going on at Q107 right now with the morning show. And they came out with this stat that I was quite shocked at. Terrestrial radio in Canada, it didn't say North America, it said in Canada, has decreased by over 54%.
It's not like that. When I worked in mainstream for 45 years, 50 years, back in the day, everything revolved around the radio station I worked at.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that anymore.
No.
We have to work to earn our pay now, and radio is always going to be a vital part of our society, but it's morphing into something else.
It is.
Podcasts, vlogs. For community, in the old days, community radio was very important, and it still is. It still should be.
Yeah. But the sad part about it back then was it was still monitored by CRTC, so it was a very hokey community radio station. They never had, no offense to Erin Radio, but it's hokey. It's community radio that sucks. Ours doesn't suck. It actually works. But that was a term that went into the radio industry for a long time, that community radio. And what we've been able to build our station the way we think it's necessary for our community.
I don't mean to poke fun or to point fingers at community radio, but it should have some air of familiarity to the music, in the music you hear. Because when for instance, this is my opinion. If you don't like it, then stuff it. I don't care. I find it hokey too, being from major market radio, and they could do it up a lot better than they do.
Absolutely. But again,
and we do it down here.
Well, because we're not governed CRTC, we can actually build it to our community. Dude in the 80s with the mullet and everything. driving the Firebird with the mullet and the T-tops, man. I love it. We're in Acton.
Let's play Footloose by Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. No, I find, because when I was with Erin Radio, we had guidelines. We had guidelines by the CRTC, what they considered community radio. Well, you guys are out of touch, man. You can't set these guidelines when you don't know the community. You need people to come in that know the community to set the guidelines, and that's the problem when you're under this something like the CRTC, and online radio isn't. So we were able to build Halton Hills Online to suit what goes on in our community.
That's right, and we have many country fans here, a lot of older folks here.
Absolutely.
And that's why we have the oldies on the weekend. And
this is why we like to come to live on locations too, to represent our community and represent what goes on here, you know.
Exactly.
Maybe even one day, if we get the chance, we might even do this at the farmers market or something like that, you know. It's to me, that's what it's about. It's not about the guidelines that the CRTC puts in place to say, oh, well, you can't talk about this, but you can talk about that. Well, no. Anything that's going on in our community, we want to be able to talk about.
Something smells very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
could be.
I think it's fish and chips.
Could be. It is Friday. A lot of places do fish and chips on Friday, so might be my dinner tonight before I go on. So
the thing about Erin Radio is I'll drive into Erin and I'll tune them in, and they play music from God knows where.
Yeah.
I have no idea where they find their musical playlist from. But you got to do some, in my opinion, you have to straighten things up a little bit.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's why one of our slogans is community radio doesn't have to be boring.
Yes.
You know.
And it doesn't have to suck.
You've got Bud the Spud on a stick in the morning just the same as you do on the national stations. But, of course, Leah is a big fan of Bud the Spud on a stick. She's a member of his Facebook group, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Follows his every move.
Every move.
And
he's trending.
The reason I named him Bud the Spud on a stick was my family. I went to Ancestry.com and I found out that I'm an Irishman. And I left because of the potato famine. So I want to salute Bud the Spud and say, listen, you're such a big part of my life, Mr. Potato Head. And he's got a stick.
Yeah.
That you stick on. And you've seen Scotty with a picture. He does exist. And but Leah is a big fan of his and loves him dearly.
Yeah.
As a matter of
Dying
fact.
to see him again, actually.
Bud the Spud on a stick.
Well, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Once again, we're on location at Tommy's Bar and Grill, downtown Toronto, or downtown Acton. There you go. Yeah, we're downtown Toronto. Downtown Acton. We're right at the crosswalk. It's 28 Mill Street East. You can call for takeout if you want at 519-929-9287. They also have delivery as well. They'll deliver the food to you here in Acton as well. So very cool.
Come and fill the tip jar.
Yeah, come and fill the massive tip jar that we have. I'm sure Kathy would be happy with that. And also live music going on pretty much almost every weekend right here at Tommy's. A great stage, great acoustics in here for sound as well. And Kathy does an amazing job serving at the table. So, make sure you come on out and enjoy some great music.
You have a great time tonight playing.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night tonight. Like I said, we got Peter Yake, a Georgetown guy. Some of his tunes, they're parody tunes. Oh. He makes what was the one? I don't think I could say it on here. No, I can't say it on here. So, this guy's music is, he's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. You got to come out and check Peter Yake. He's on at 7:30 till 8:30, and then Crazy Chester on from 8:30 till 9. So
there's my Rush shirt there, 1975. Thank you very much. There. Rush.
They're actually Alex Lifeson, and there's a big thing going on for Taylor Hawkins, the drummer from the Foo Fighters that passed away not long ago. They're having a huge charity thing going on, and Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson from Rush are heading over to London to support him in that. So yeah, big loss in the music industry. I was obviously a huge fan of Taylor Hawkins. But yeah, just a tragic story all the way around. But
all right, we'll see you next week. God knows where we're going to be next week. We'll be somewhere, but
Max Tires.
Huh?
Max Tires.
We'll be at Max Tires?
No. We brought you by Max Tires.
Okay, yeah, Max Tires, 61 Guelph Street, lowest prices on tires. And I haven't got my yellow binder. I haven't got my, that's my safety net. You know what I mean?
It is Loosey Goosey.
Max Tires, 61 Guelph Street. They have the lowest prices on tires, licensed mechanics, and I forgot the phone number.
And Lee, what's the phone number?
905-873-9255. And don't you forget it.
There, see, you got it.
There you go.
Oh my God, it was too much fun. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody have yourself a great week. Don't forget to check out Tommy's. You're lucky you didn't get a rib elbow there. Make sure you check out Tommy's for great live music, a great breakfast here as well. And we'll catch everybody on the B-side. For Leah Lywood, I'm Lee Lakin and Big Daddy Russ Horton. Have yourself a great weekend and don't drink and drive.
Well, what's our phrase again?
Community is driven by community. You navigate.
We
drive. And please watch for the turtle crossings. Please. It's breeding season. Don't run them over. Get out, put them on the side of the road, but don't send them back to where they were.
Yeah.
These guys move slow and they worked hard to get in the middle of the road. Put them on the side that they're
and
facing.
they'll go back again.
Yeah, they will.
But they will.
But
So
please
you have
watch
to
our
move
turtles.
them where the direction they're going. That's the way you move them.
Tommy's,
Don't take them back.
we're on location at Tommy's. Have a good weekend, folks.
Cheers.
There you go.